Good morning, everyone. Well, some interesting passages we can look at today. And the first one in particular, well, it's the two aspects of the gospel, in fact. We find the situation of Jesus sitting at, presume, the Last Supper with all his disciples around them. And he alluded to the fact that someone was going to betray him. And he said, oh, the one who dips the priest who dips the water, the bread into the water and takes it, that will be the one. Now you'd think it'd be easy enough for him to simply say, it's Judas, it's you, it's you, and that's the way it's going to be. But no, he dipped the bread in, and Judas then knew that he'd been identified as the one who would betray Jesus. There are some people who've analyzed the reaction of Judas, although he was a bit of a skellum and he managed to skim money out of the coffers of the apostles, the money that they'd been given. He wasn't the best behaved person. But perhaps people say, well, he knew his scripture and he knew that Jesus had to be betrayed. And so therefore, for him to do the betrayal might in fact have been something good. Of course, that argument is blown out the water completely when he rushes off to the elders and says, I'm prepared to betray him, and managed to get 30 pieces of silver from them. But the thing that fascinates me is that bread most often would be used as something which gives life, that it actually brings nourishment and allows people to continue to grow. But in the case of Judas, it indicated death. Not necessarily, he wasn't aware of that, but it was going to lead to it. By the receiving, he was identified as the betrayer. And so therefore, it's kind of a double meaning. On the one hand, it could present life. On the other hand, it definitely designates death. But at the same time, we find that Jesus, in talking to Peter is saying, this will happen, Lord, we'll be here, we'll protect you no matter what. And Jesus says, you will betray me. And he says, you will disown me 3 times. And that must have been quite a slap in the face for poor Peter, because he'd actually given quite a lot. But Jesus was being prophetic. He was telling what was going to happen. And we know, as we read through the scriptures, that when it did happen, that Peter went off and wept because he realized what he had done. Again, Jesus seeing into the future, on the one hand of Judas, on the other hand of Peter. And in all of those, seeing that there's a flaw to their existence and probably to ours as well. And so the expectation is that we should try to remedy that, and we should do so as we approach Easter this week. So have a wonderful day. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.